So you won't go down there because you're going to pay $25. She opened it on, no, you won't go down there.
She opened, I know she opened it then, but they have the Springfield going on.
Yeah, they have Springfield. I don't know. Sometimes she's open on Saturday, sometimes she's
You
not.
a woman?
Oh, that's
Milton don't work for her no more. It ain't good. You go down there and pay $25 for a chef hat.
Let it to make
It's sweet tea. And then ain't gonna feed you in the living room. They bump it till you go into the bathroom. Hell no.
they ain't gonna feed you in the living room.
You ready? Okay, guys, we're ready. But I definitely enjoyed hearing y'all talk like that. First of all, I want y'all to go around and just introduce yourself. Tell me what years you played football at South Panola. Clifton.
Go that way first.
Okay, Chris.
Chris Aaron, 2002.
Well, that's your senior year, right?
Senior year.
Okay, the years you played.
01 season, 01 football team, graduated 2002. So I was
Did you play in you 99? Okay. 99 through 2001, your football season.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Brandon.
Brandon Poland, 99, 2001.
Justin Lee, 2000 to 2000.
Okay.
Chad Brown, 99, 2001.
Cloud Automotive Train Cox, class of 99 to 2001.
Justin L, 99, 2001.
Clifton Jackson, 99 2001.
Great. Good to see everybody. Welcome back home, Brandon. Well, anybody else been out of town? No?
No, man.
No?
I live in California.
You live in California, okay. Do you really?
Yeah, I live in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Okay. All right. Good. I've been enjoying listening to y'all talk about your years here at South Panola and all those memories. That's what we want to kind of get to. In '99, the season ended in that North half game with Madison Central. Interception thrown right there at the last minute. I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
My guess, Doug Butler.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Kind of go back. You know, when y'all were here, this wasn't here. You know, that field wasn't there, right? Yeah. No. Okay. So tell us a little bit about, you know, y'all had it on your shoulders to kind of bring another state championship back. Tell us how you felt in those 3 years when it just kind of fell short.
It was more so like, I mean, just living up to the previous teams, we all felt it. It was heartbreaking because we all put so much into it, not producing what everybody expected out of us. It's heartbreaking.
And we knew these guys can vouch for them. We knew that we had the talent that the teams in the previous years had. We knew we had guys in certain places that worked out. We knew we should have been with the state championship. We just fell short. Things happened throughout the year to the point where we cut ourselves short of making it to the next level, into a state championship.
Okay.
You know, it was
Speak up.
all 3 years, you know, like 99 when we lost to Madison Central. Then our junior year, we lost to Clinton. And then our senior year, we didn't even make the playoffs. So, you know, each year it seemed like it was just harder and harder to bear. But, you know, we had, like Justin said, we had the talent. We had the talent. And, you know, we just couldn't get over that hump. But, you know, it wasn't the fact that we didn't have the type of pride in us. You know, it's just things just didn't work out in our favor.
I mean, even in them times, 99 through 2001, everybody was coming in looking to take their best shot when they played us. You know, we had won championships, you know, in the past, even though it wasn't a streak,
but we had won championships in the past. And at the time, even then, to me, just being a youngster, South Florida football was the standard. And so when we got ready to play on Friday night, we were getting everybody to get a shot. Every week.
No matter what team, but everybody's best shot. Who's coming in, running gun is beat South Florida. However the plan was, who's coming in is beat South Florida.
But if you look at it, it's safe to say that we played our best games in practice, if it makes sense, because we were so competitive that Monday through Wednesday we live. So it ones on ones. Or when we go against scout teams, the competition level, like we run our plays, we live, we constantly hitting, and we practice for hours compared to how they practice now. Like maybe 2 hours, it damn near dog when we leave sometimes. So, the body had to have a time to rest, and a lot of time we weren't doing it. So, we just constantly hitting each other every day. And that take a toll on you. It's not saying that it's an excuse for us not winning, because, the pedigree and everything was already there. It's just, sometimes you just tired, you constantly hitting each other.
We had just as much talent in the previous team. We had to.
I want to talk about that a little bit, the pedigree. Some of you probably had brothers, fathers that played before you. Any of you have that?
I got a brother that played, Chris Brown. He was on the, he graduated in 98, so he was in the 97 class.
Okay.
The football team lost to Austin.
Okay.
Cousin too, Tillman Valentine.
Tillman, okay.
Marcus Glover. Those guys, Marcus Glover and Tillman, they were on the 97 team that lost to Moss Point. And then they came right back in the 98 team and won the championship against Hattiesburg.
Okay.
But everybody is some kin, though.
Yeah,
That's the
it's-
thing about it,
yeah,
in some form or fashion. A lot of them just have, it be the same blood, but you might have been took out your father's last name. But it's still the same, like everybody's kin.
We might have
No
had
matter what it is, everybody is good. Everybody.
probably didn't have a brother or uncle or somebody that played, but you did have a relative, cousin that played on every team that come through.
But seeing them guys play before us and then toting they shoulder pads and helmets after the game and after practice made you want it more, made you want to be a Tiger because you looking at it. It was so great, the atmosphere. These guys win and we tote these shoulder pads and helmet in there just to get in the field. It was plenty night when we had the little white football out here and had our own game going on before they cut the lights off, So that's basically the brand. That's what it is about South Florida, man. Just coming up in it, somebody before you that you watch and you admire, they're like, I want to have the same thing. Or you reading that paper like, Trouble got 6 touchdowns, 200 some yard rushing. That's amazing. You get out there in the yard and run around on the field. You want to be part of that.
Just like them guys.
Man, that was amazing.
Chad,
Go to the weight room too, but I can remember watching the James Dean or Marcus Connor, them guys sitting in the weight room and power cleaning with 225. That's when you say pedigree. Just watching them in the weight room and how they worked, to get out there. I think that's one thing also. Like I can remember I was in the weight room with these guys to see how they got in there and worked. It wasn't just out there on the football field. It started in the weight room. Like we busted our butts in the weight room. That's why we were so competitive. There was you give that props to the coaches also because they made sure that we got in there and got that work in. So it was something instilled in all of us. And we saw it, those guys before us. You wanted to hold up to that. You couldn't be the ones that's lacking and falling short in that area also. Not holding up your weight when it came to the weight room.
The culture here was just one that pride. Everybody had pride in what they did, what the letters meant, and then the work ethic, like you say, from the weight room, practice field, to Oklahoma drills, and constantly hitting each other. That's all I remember from being here.
Yes.
Constantly, like Coach Stanley saying, "Wars are won in the trenches." Like that's a quote I remember him using a lot. Was, "Wars are won in the trenches," and so all we would do, we lift weights, a lot of work ethic going on in there, get to the weights hard, come out here and just bang on each other for like the next 6 hours till we finally got to go home.
And the thing about that, when you go to speak about the work ethic and lifting weights, it wasn't even just the lifting weights and the going out hitting each other on the field. I mean, even during the summer, spring or whatever, we did a lot of running the bleachers,
pulling
tires, and rest in peace, Danny Ray Cole, Big 21. And when you get talking about Big 21, Big 21 probably made a lot of us, because Big 21 is, you got sit-ups, you got push-ups, 6 inches, jumping jacks, wall sitting, you doing all this. You got to do all of them, 21, then you got to go back and do it 20, 19. And it's been plenty of time we get down to 1. You know, like I said, RP Coca-Cola look right over there at me, then look at the rest of the team and tell them, we're going to start all the way back over. Because cops don't want to hold this team.
And it was true though. It was true.
About to be so beat up by then, though.
Cheating on
But you know, it was the thing about it though, that how they, from the 7th grade, when they first put us on the weight,
Right.
and it changed your mind and everything, that this is what we gonna do, we gonna work out. I don't know, nowhere else you can go and see 13 and 14-year-old running around here look like some grown men. Like you've been lifting motors,
Yeah, like,
you know, from that weight room, man.
7th grade, Coach Robinson and Coach Light, they held us at a standard in 7th grade.
Right.
To where like, if they wouldn't just outright just say that you had to be lifting this to step on the field, but that's how they made you feel. By like, man, this is what you need to be. At this age, you need to be lifting this right here. So when you start lifting it, you got in your mind, okay, I'm gonna be ready to play. So in 7th grade, you finally got there and you start playing. You go to the 8th grade. And the same thing, they coming at you again. Okay, you lift this in the 7th grade. When you should be lifting these in the 8th grade.
Right.
So by the time you got to 9th grade, everybody was at least trying 225.
225.
I mean, as soon as we got to 9th grade, everybody was like, hey, just play 25, play 35, that's over with. We going straight to 225 because we know what the next step is.
Right.
The next step is no JV after this. We going straight to South Panola Tigers, high school. So I know we know those guys lifting, so we got to be ready. So I mean that's the mindset we went into, like going into the 9th grade. 225, everybody got to be doing it. Everybody.
And I remember, I think I just either after our 9th grade season, either after the 8th grade season. I remember talking about the pedigree of the guys before us. I remember walking through the old field house. The only air you had was this door being open and the door behind you being open. And you know, dust and dirt all over the place. But I remember Antoine Bradley. I remember his brother, Chris Brown, they were bench pressing. The guys had, it was so hot, the guys had their shirts off. And I saw these trap shoulders and all these pecs sticking out. And I asked, how could I get that? And they said, where you are now, you have to make this weight room a part of your life. You have to live in the weight room. I've always said that Antoine Bradley is the reason why I love doing shoulder shrugs so much. Because when I saw him, he and Chris Brown at the time, this guy was so ripped up. I just couldn't wait to get my chance to look like that. Still working on it.
Still working on that. Him too.
I'm glad that y'all brought up the coaches and the pedigrees, because when the team was being nationally ranked, everybody was going South Panola recruited and go like, yeah, from the next house.
Yeah.
You know, somebody that just graduated.
That's one thing we never done. We don't even believe in recruiting. We can't even spell recruiting down here.
We all know each other. Your mama know my mama.
It'd be a lot of talk about the recruit thing, but if you were to really dig into the history of the sport, into the town of South Panola and Batesville, Portland and Hope and Curtis and all these different surrounding areas that's around this city of Batesville.
North Batesville.
Yeah, you would actually see that a lot of the names running concession. And even like Clifton said a while ago, you know, it may not be your brother or cousin, or you may not have the same last name, but in some kind of way, some kind of way, at some point in time, you cross them, you kin.
You family.
You family somewhere.
So you family.
And it's so funny, they talk about recruitment, when it actually was somebody that tried to move in here, they couldn't even handle the workouts or the way we work with, so they ended up leaving and going back. So like,
And we actually felt some type of way when a new player or a new guy came and joined our football team that wasn't from around here. Because now, man, I'm thinking we all thought the same thing. You finna come in and take my spot. And we finna do all we can to see what you really
You
made
ain't
of.
finna make it through this week of practice. That's what you ain't
But
finna
and
do.
see, that was another thing too. A lot of times, you know, if you got a guy that probably came through and tried to or wanted to join our team, the way we practice scared off a lot of people.
Coach Stanley calling out though, Oklahoma. Oh, it's over with. Oh, it's over with. You better find out what you about right now. You ain't got no position, nothing. Get down here in Oklahoma.
See
Find out what you
of.
about.
See what you made of.
A lot of them didn't make it. A lot of them.
you know, and the reason that a lot of people say that too, I know it's been, you know, last 3 years been kind of drop off in the championship and stuff. So they want to say, you know, they were recruiting, that's why they can't do it. But them same names still around.
They are.
And you can start to see them popping back up on the football field now. You know, for a while, some of the names you will hear, but you start to hear a lot of those names pop back up.
Everything is different then. Now,
Football
everything
being
is
fun.
different
It's
now.
back fun to these guys. That's what's going on. They're having fun playing that.
Yep.
The thing is with like a lot of the schools and stuff that say that we do recruiting and all that, they say I've heard we been recruiting, I've heard that we on steroids.
Steroids.
But the thing is, you know, South Panola is the standard, you know, for Mississippi high school football. South Panola is the standard. And you know, we made other teams better because what is South Panola doing that we're not doing? We were hitting this weight room. We were hitting the weight room hard every day. So like, you know, you can go around and ask people around our age, and you can be like, hey, what did y'all do in the field house? You know, when y'all was coming up playing ball, and they would not say they was working like we was working.
Trying to get this
So,
board, man.
you know, we was hitting this. Coach Robinson and Coach Lyson, I'm talking about they really put it on us in the 7th grade, getting those weights. So that's where South Panola had to up and up on everybody else. We were hitting the weight. Now you got other programs, they started to see their programs turn around. They hitting the weight. You know, it's not, I'm not saying, look, hey, we just better than any and everybody in
We
Mississippi.
worked hard, I believe.
But as far as work ethic couldn't be South
Work hard.
Panola. You couldn't
You
beat
get
it.
the,
We were actually some of the workouts, and like I said, the drills that we were going through, they probably at that time back then, it was like college drills we were doing.
but you had a coach, Coach Stanley. You guys know you had a coach that worked out just as hard as you did.
Yeah.
It was nothing to come down from practice.
To tuck that shirt in.
But it was nothing to come down, walk in the field house and see Coach, walk in the weight room and see Coach Stanley underneath the 225 repping. Then see him get up and start doing pull-ups.
But-
Go out there and, on the track, start running around the track.
And
He had
another
a coach
thing,
that done it.
about it is that imagine we in a junior high, we seeing guys that we know go to the league, and when they come back and have camp, they bringing NFL players with them, and we getting a chance to experience it to where we not starstruck. We want the same thing that they got going on, and that was the culture around here for a long time. But Dwayne them made it, and they started throwing them camps, and it was just for the community where you come out and do your thing. Other people wasn't having that going on at their school, their programs and stuff like that. So that made us want it even more. Like imagine you seeing Charlie Batch and all these guys on TV, but here they is right here at your field, on your field. Fast Willie Parker, Ed McDaniel, you know, just different guys like Fast Willie Parker. That was crazy. We never seen that like we in high school chilling with NFL players.
Joe Porter, Hines Wolf.
Right.
These guys were here. They were here.
But you know, it's just like, you know, I remember being in 6th grade, even before we even started playing junior high football. I remember being in class, and one of my classes was one of the classrooms was toward the outside, close to the field house. So back in those days, when the guys, the high school was just above us on the hill. You could see the guys on a Friday, it was a away football game. You could see those guys starting to walking down the field house. 2 or 3 of them at the same time. You started seeing lines of guys with the white jerseys on at the time. SP on the side of it. That was one thing I always wanted, was to have something, being able to lead players, of course, but to have something that had South Panola title on it. I don't care what it was.
But like you said, that one of those, you remember when we used to be in the class at the junior high, and you could see them running the hill, doing the screen. We used to have nothing going on in class in that one. I can't wait to get out there.
Focus on looking at them guys. That was one of my biggest dreams. Going to the NFL, just them, being one of them in the title.
Y'all did great. Okay. Even though, we talked about it, you didn't make it to the state, what is your advice to the players? As you know, you're a coach. You can probably tell us how they feel like when the season ends in the first and second round of playoffs. What would be your advice?
I say your season in, if your season in early, it really ain't but one choice, and that's to go back to work.
That's it.
Because if you're not working, somebody else is working. And that's one of the things that, like we were talking about this earlier before we even started, Coach Stanley, he let us know, hey, the guy right down the road from you, he working. And he working to take something that you want or something that you already got.
Mm-hmm. That's all. That's it. Yeah. When you fall short, they start working, try to get better.
I mean, working is one thing, but the main thing about it is that have fun doing it. When you're not having fun doing it, then you're not gonna play like you're supposed to. You're not gonna have that drive to do what you're supposed to do because you're not having fun at it. When we first started this and we came on this journey, like 9th grade, we had a team that was crazy, loaded with talent. We had fun. When we get ready to play you, it was already in our head. We know we're finna beat you, but to get on the field and actually dominate you, we having fun out there. When we laughing and playing out here, we up 20 points or whatever. We were just having fun. So like with the young guys, if anything that you do, like with playing football, you need to have fun, you need to enjoy it. Because it don't last long. You look up, it's over with. It's over.
I think we also held each other accountable. There was a lot of accountability amongst the group of people when we played. And, if I wasn't doing something I was supposed to do or somebody else wasn't, get called out on it.
And that was okay then.
That was okay then, right? That was acceptable.
You didn't get mad. We didn't want to fight.
Right?
They're bullying now.
Yeah.
Now people have too many feelings,
Right.
Step on somebody's toes. But back then, we just called each other out. And
respect
every
that.
day is draft day. The rent's due every day.
That's exactly right.
That's the way everybody approaches it every day.
Right.
They saying, you got to work, have fun, be accountable, and you got to also be coachable.
That's it.
Just because the coach coming down on you and stuff, and you just might be that guy that you might be the superstar of the team.
What did the coach tell you?
But if the coach is telling you to do something, don't fire back at the coach. Take it. I mean, even if you feel that the coach might be wrong in the back of your mind, take it.
They have to understand that the coach is not. They need to understand that the coaches are not getting on them because they're doing something wrong. Yeah, you are doing something wrong, but I see potential in you. I know for a fact that you could be this type of athlete. I'm just trying to make sure you know that. I'm just trying to get it out of you. That's all they were trying to do better. That's all they were doing, getting you to be better, getting you to see your potential, make you do better. Be the player you're supposed to be.
And I would say, no matter the outcome, sometimes you're gonna take a loss. We learn nowadays, or we learned then that, and it's happening nowadays with everyday life. You know what I mean? So don't look at it like a loss because that another team outplayed you or beat you. It's a lesson learned. This game right here, I know it taught all of us not to quit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not to give up. No matter the outcome, you're gonna give your best, and that's what it's really all about.
Coach Stanley gave out a T-shirt back to that 9A class, that 9A state championship class. I feel like we should have had it too, but Anyway, it was some kind of what was it? It was a bird that had a frog in his mouth, and the bird was trying to swallow his frog, but the frog had the bird in a chokehold, and it said never give up. Even in that adversity that frog was going through, he still was fighting for his life. So that's how Coach Stanley pretty much did for us. When we was playing. Our class, we didn't have the best record. We went 5 and 6, but I can guarantee you, if you go back and look at our losses, we fought every game.
Every game.
Every game we fought. So we probably still got it out there on the field right now. And it's 20 some years. And it's still out there on the field. That's what you have to do when you step out on the field. If you got that Tiger pride in you, you need to leave it on. I'm talking about every Friday night when you step out there. Once you leave in that field and you get back in the field house, you shouldn't be able to do anything else because you know you left it out there on the field. Win or loss, win or lose, you left it out there on the field.
So one thing with me, coaching here, every day I get to, just the same pride that these guys are talking about now, I get to implement that here in this weight room, out there on the field. And I told them from day one, I'll be real with you. If you're doing something wrong, I'm gonna tell you. When you're doing something right, I'm gonna love on you and celebrate you. And the kids are, they're gradually, picking that up, and you can come in here, they work their butts off, and they're getting back to where they're working, and they're establishing that type of pride. Yes, past couple of years we haven't got the job done, and just like we talked about, I think Chris said, it feels like you're failing when you put in that work. These kids are working, and you'll see it in there after we lose the game. They're down on themselves, and then I wish our community, I'm gonna call community out, realize these are kids, our kids in our community, and they don't need to see you walking out on them once. We kind of experienced it. I can remember we lost games, we saw fans walking out on us. Realize these are teenage kids, and they need to see you picking them up when they lose. We're not gonna go undefeated. We're not going every year. Not gonna be an undefeated season. They need to know that you have their back when they're winning. They need to know you have their back when they're losing. Same deal. Because they come here every day and they put in work. And so they need to know that the same way. And the sad part is it be the ones that came through this program where you already know what the program is about or whatever. It's a lot of people that get up there and talk bad or get on to the kids, and they experience the same thing. So you should know that they need you more now, when we lose than when you're winning or whatever. So just know that they're in here. I can vouch that they're in here every day, and I see them busting their butts in this weight room and earning them stripes. So one thing I think we need is more support.
That's the biggest thing. But they have to know. They have to know that you will fall short one day. But the biggest thing is not give up. Every year, after all 10th grade year, the next man stand up. The next man, it's your turn. Step up. Next man has to step up. So it's time for us to work. Springtime, it's time for us to work to get better. 11th grade year. After 11th grade year was over with. Now we're about to be seniors now, so it's definitely our time to step up. We did that. We actually, we was here, spring, got better. We actually went down to Delta State for spring game and dominated. We knew a spring jamboree. We had 3 games. We played one team.
4 games in one day.
The one team we played was the #1 team in Louisiana.
No, in the nation.
Well,
They
right.
the #1 ranked team in the
But
nation.
they're from Louisiana. So they was always
Where's
talking
Monroe?
Louisiana team. Strong Alabama was I think #2 in Alabama at the time. Dominated. We went down to dominate. We knew after finishing all 11th grade, say was seniors, because the next season we would be seniors. But anyway, we knew going to that jamboree. After that jamboree, man, we was going to go and dominate the next season because we put in the work. We played hard. We knew exactly we knew exactly what each other was the work each other had put in throughout that spring, and we was expected to do just that. The following season was dominate. We fell short, but None of us gave up though.
And even with us falling short, being 5 and 6, I would say, no matter what you do, leave it on the field. You know what I mean? That's just like our sophomore year when we lost Madison Central.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we played against a guy, Mike Esky. He ended up going, I think, to Ole Miss the next year. But we left it on the field, and Mike made some plays. I mean, but we left it on the field. Yeah.
Fourth down play. Fourth down, fourth and long play.
But I can say that even with the senior class, because we were sophomores, even with the juniors and seniors, I watched them leave it on the field that game.
Oh yeah.
We come back the next year, and we lost to Clinton. With Big
Man.
And just to this day, I see him all the time. I look at a guy like Marcus Carter. At halftime, I didn't think he was gonna finish the game. But when I said leave it all on the field, I watched him leave it all on the field. So when so even our senior, when we went 5 and 6, I watched these guys leave it on the field. So at the end of the day, if you're leaving it on the field, wins and losses, they don't add up.
That's right.
They don't add up. As long as you leave it on the field, that will really count.
But to your point, like there's more things taught here than just football. Like there's adversity, you learn to overcome adversity, there's work ethic that gets taught here, and then there's lifelong friendships that get made here. So I think there's more to it than just football.
Exactly. Right. That's exactly.
Y'all have anything else that you want to say? Oh, I did want to ask, who were some of your assistant coaches, position coaches at the time y'all were in? Who was?
First and foremost, we'll start off with Coach Robinson, Coach Rice, like those guys who brought us started this program, the South Panola, the university, all that stuff is nothing without those two. Just what they put in the game, they put in us, and everybody else has been like the biggest difference. So if every other school had a Coach Robinson, Coach Lyson, South Panola would probably be in trouble. But those two guys right there off the top are everybody throw the word GOAT out there. They're my GOATs. So so that's where it starts at for me. Those two.
You had Coach Barney Oates.
You had Coach Oates.
You had Coach
Weaver. Coach Buns.
Coach
Coach Hardy.
Coach Damon Hardy. Coach Fair.
Coach Michael Fair. Okay.
Coach Michael Fair. Coach
Wilson.
Wilson.
Wilson?
Yeah, they was our junior year.
Oh.
Wide receiver coach?
Right. Yeah. And then
Rest in peace, Coach Cole.
Coach Cole.
Okay. Anybody else have anything else to say? Y'all did great.
One we came there, I said, Coach Bone. You know what I mean? Him and Ed Stanley. They really made us. And boys, they really made sure that when we were leaving, that we were young men.
Exactly.
I tried to get the secret. I said, "What is the secret?" They said there was no secret, but. So do y'all consider Coach Stanley a legendary coach?
Oh, no doubt. He does not get enough credit because his coaching style, people didn't like it. We didn't like it. I hate it. We hate it. I'm not. I know these guys can vouch for me. I hated spring. And fall, the only best thing about spring was getting to that first week of football game, to that first game, because we knew that we couldn't be as hard as like we were in the previous weeks. Oh man, if he was still, if his work ethic was still around, it'd be a lot of things would be different. Right?
Yeah, I mean, when you get to talking about foundation, there was a lot of coaches that that came. I'm saying coaches that came before Ed Stanley, but
we respect them all.
We respect all these coaches that be in the program, but as for us and the guy we was up on, man, when you get to talking about Coach Stanley, he's a legend in our eyes for sure.
He's a different breed.
And it goes above and beyond the football field. When you talk about legend.
Yeah, exactly right.
Here's the thing. You ever had a coach that cared so much about football, but not only football, the players or who you gonna become, that he got a bus to take you home?
And not just
if you needed a ride during, just say, the holidays like Thanksgiving, playoff time, that these folks come to pick us up to make sure we get to practice and taking us home. And we ate a lot of peanut butter and jelly.
It's ham sandwich. Ham sandwich. Hey, but so what was it? Before we ended, was it homecoming week? Grandmother's Day?
Yeah, it's homecoming.
When
It's
it-
homecoming day.
Homecoming, she was.
What now?
2001.
A whole coach, his grandmother passed
Took
all
us to
season.
the funeral.
Yeah.
Took the whole football team.
Everybody.
Suit and tie. Casual, dressed casual to his grandmother's funeral. That, I mean, this was not, it wasn't just a
Right.
football field.
And they
They cared.
And that goes a lot to what Brandon was just saying. I mean, lifelong friendship, stuff that you just it's gonna be forever. We were taught that, and it's still in us. I'm glad it was.
Yeah, and thanks to the guys of previous teams and previous years that set the foundation also.
It's
Just
not
being
just-
like you guys, that's all it was, trying to be like
It's not
the
just
team
an
before.
individual class of just everybody mixing me. It's a brotherhood amongst everybody that walk through them doors that knew. From that ninth grade locker room on the end to when you get to the one in the middle, where you can smell the great paint on the lockers and everything. This is what it was. Hitting that door going out right before the game. You know what time it is? It was just. That was a great thing, man. Like, you could never forget that. So that brought us close because everybody went through that. It was like a rites of passage, you know? And that was the best thing about it.
He just made you feel like you can do anything. I mean,
He made
it did. I mean, seriously. I mean, and then like when you start thinking about life, we talk about how tough spring football was, or just getting through one of our weeks of practice. But when you think about life, I mean, every day ain't gonna be, great or whatever. And just the life lessons that he taught us, or not letting us settle, letting us making us believe that we're stronger than what we are, or that we can do this and that. I mean, we can go day to day when we have struggles. We can get through it because just coming in here, he made us believe in ourselves that we could get the job done no matter how hard it was. So yeah, definitely legendary. Yeah. He brought stuff out of us that we never thought we had in us. And so much love for him. Much love for him. I know I can say the same for these guys.
No doubt about it. Much respect.
When he hold his hand up, he might not have all of the rings and stuff, but most definitely a legend. He a legend for sure.
All right. Anything else?
02 out.
He said 02 now, I'm 03. So.
02 out.
Now, I'm the only one. And then class of 02. This class of 2002. We actually football class we ended in 2001. I know yours was 2002. I went to the state championship. We lost to Wayne County, but I got the experience.
Yeah, that's right.
Rubbing it in nobody's face.
That's right.
You
Oh, no.
rubbed it.
Wait a minute, Tom.
Ain't rubbing it.
We got a ring. We got a ring.
Is that right?
Told them cool.
The first one.
We got a ring now. Wait a minute. Wait a
First
minute.
thing, not only were we beasts on the ninth grade field, but we was beasts on that coaching water.
Hey, we used to make the foo-foo too now.
Don't count the land, we locked it up.
Paris,
I
with
know
passion,
we
too,
gonna
we
give you a look.
Man.
I can honestly say, man, that watching y'all guys, we were seniors, and seeing the way y'all guys came out there, man, and actually wanted it. We knew that y'all was able and capable and able to do
Yeah,
what y'all
man.
did.
They put in the work too when
They,
it was all
they
together.
put in the same work that
They
we
did.
put
They
in,
did.
and we ain't taking it easy on them guys. We ain't
No.
if you come up, ain't nobody gonna take it easy
Nah.
because you younger.
Nah.
So I mean, I was saying earlier, y'all laid the foundation, for us. We can joke about it, because we brothers and family or whatever. But when you saw us go to that state championship, you had to go.
Oh yeah.
Right. See,
No doubt about it.
That's another thing.
Because I know you look at it. When you guys went to state, that next year we knew for a fact that we was. That's us. That's
It
all.
started in.
That's all
It
right
started
there. That was
in.
us. That was us.
When
We
y'all
should have been
win,
there too.
I promise you,
It was-
started.
yeah.
We go from worst to first, and then another heartbreak to lose it when you get the last year. But then next year they
The next
start
year
winning,
winning.
and then they come to win. That make up
That was
for
us.
all
That
of
was
that.
us. Them guys.
Because that
2 years
leadership
from
you
us.
showed them,
That's right.
Yeah, that
The work
sounds
ethic.
good. That sounds good. But 20 plus years later, 5 and 6 still don't sit well.
No,
He
it never
still
will.
beats Mill to
It
this
never
day.
will.
So,
But once a Tiger, always.
Right. That doesn't take away anything that's going on now. Like I applaud coaches, players now are putting all the championship banners and all that. So I applaud them.
No doubt.
I think coaches who got now like players need to be in this here learning now like
We need more. We need more like him. We need more like him. They come under that played under that foundation, Coach Stanley, that knows the work, that knows the work ethic, knows what to put into it. Because he went through it himself. So he, out of all coaches, can relate. I truly believe he can relate better than any other coach that's here now. I think he can relate to him way better. It's that South knows because he was here, he played, so he would know. Now, I truly believe also what Bubba said earlier. I don't know if this right here would be this part would be seen, but I truly believe that our community, back in those days when we were younger, I remember that we was able to go to a homecoming parade that they had. It's not all about the tailgate. But when we was younger, you had people tailgating all around us.
School spirit.
The school spirit. They did. I remember the flags that they would give us with the footballs on it that you could purchase maybe $1, $25. You know talking about the gold football with the blue ribbon of the ribbon. You had tiles. You had bandana, South Nova bandana, and then the community was in it. You talk about not having much. The fan bases went down. Oh, it has. But when you take away, you can't take the pep rallies. You don't have pep rallies no more. You're not showing the football team that was behind them. The biggest thing is just coming to the game. You can't get nobody to come to the football. I'm gonna die hard. I'll be there no matter what. But you cannot get the way. You can't get back to the way it used to be when you're taken away from the community. So that means you're taking up. You don't need the community. Just come to the football game. No, it's not the way it's supposed to be. You go back to the way it used to be, then the fan base will be like it used to be.
I can tell you one thing, I'm not knocking SP Tiger Den at all because it's much needed because of where we live now. Social media and all that. I mean, it's cool, but let's just use SP Tiger Den for like the people that can't make it to the game, the people that's out of town, or the elderly that can't make it to the game. But I charge anybody in this community that's a real South Nova fan. When the season kick off, let's show our team that we behind. I mean, when it just does something to a kid that you on the sideline, you just made a play, and you look up in the stand. It's not one empty seat in the stand that makes you feel some type of
Even
way.
all senior, that's crazy that he says that because even when the home side was vice versa, he was on this side. Even then, I remember us having this type of season we had, it was still packed out. Still packed out. Fans still came out and supported us.
O2 out.
All right, thank you guys so much.
You see what I mean?
He go.
What bar we going to? That's what I want to know.
No, leave. Y'all can leave on. Y'all can leave. Well, I guess all but two.